My name is Bekah Heaton. I live in Dalton, Georgia. So currently I paint apartments at Arbordale Apartments. I also tutor twice a week, and I substitute part-time, and I'm a gymnastics coach part-time. I've been painting for about a year and a half, tutoring for about the same time, subbing for about the same time, and then I've been coaching for about 6 years. I tutor a little boy. His name is Timothy. He's in first grade, so we just work on first grade. And then I also substitute at elementary school, so anything K through 5th grade. And I'm in Whitfield County. I was a gymnast for 17 years, and so that took up a lot of my time because I would go to school in the morning till 3, and then I'd have practice from 4 to 8 or 9. And I'd go home and do homework, and I'd get back up and I would do the same thing. I started gymnastics when I was 4 years old, and my mom just kind of put me in there just to get me out because I was really shy and I didn't really want to do much. She never dreamed that I would actually pursue it and stay with it for 17 years. So she put me in classes, and I just progressed through the levels all the way through high school. And then I was able to go to the University of Georgia and continue my gymnastics there. So I got to compete with them for 3 years. So I retired when I was 21 due to an ankle injury. From there, I had all this time, and I didn't know what to do with it because I had always spent it doing gymnastics myself. So I thought, hey, if I can't do it anymore, why not coach it? So in Athens, I went to Oconee Gymnastics, and I just walked in and asked Katina if I could have a job, and she was delighted. So I got my first team there, and I spent a year and a half with them before I graduated with my early education degree. Then we moved to Dalton, and I had enjoyed coaching so much, more than I thought I was going to, that I went ahead and got a job here in Chatsworth at Northwest Georgia Gymnastics. And I've been there now for 2 years, and I really enjoy it. Once I retired from gymnastics when I was 21, like I said, I started coaching. I didn't feel like I was quite done yet, and so I saw this show on TV called American Ninja Warrior, and I was like, hey, that would be cool to try and see what I could do. And so I went to a ninja gym and started doing pull-ups and hanging on the obstacles and swinging from ring to ring. I thought I was pretty good at it, so I started working out and sent in a video last year, and they called me back, so I was able to be on the show, which was pretty awesome, and it was a cool experience. And then through that, at my gym, we started a ninja class. My boss was like, hey, since you're doing this and you really love it and it's really cool and it's a good way to get other kids involved, why don't you start a ninja class? So Brandon and I started up a ninja class on Thursday nights at my gym, and it's just an hour long, but the kids love it. We just set up the gym to where it's this huge obstacle course, and they get to run and jump off the trampoline into the pit and try to make it onto a mat and swing across the rope. And we use gymnastics equipment how it's not supposed to be used, but that's what makes it fun for the kids. Ever since I was younger, I've always really enjoyed serving people, and I just really enjoyed people, which is kind of like, I think it's a little bit weird because I'm actually really shy, and having conversations with people can be kind of hard for me, but I still just love people, and especially kids. I just love working with kids, which is why I got an early education degree, and also why I tutor and do gymnastics. It's because it's involving kids and people. And so the best way that I feel like I can show Christ through my work is just by the way I treat them, the way I love on them. Words can have a really lasting experience on kids. If I'm positive and uplifting, then that will have an impact on the kids. I think one of the biggest challenges, well, in schools, obviously, you can't really talk about your religion. So a lot of that just has to come from actions. And then I think with gymnastics and coaching, I think sometimes I myself can get a little bit caught up in the sport and in gymnastics and in winning and in wanting to be good. So I think that's my biggest challenge, is to step back and be like, no, it's not all about winning. It's not all about being the best. It's about making them a better person, encouraging them, and letting them know that Jesus loves them, doing things like that. I think the work that I do affects people just through the way that they see how I live my life. I'm very much a believer in actions speak louder than words. And so if they can see, my actions and that I'm different, then that in itself opens up conversation. Be like, hey, Becca, like, why'd you do this? Why did you act like this? Or why did you not get mad at a kid for not doing this or that? Or, why was your response different from what I'm used to? And then that opens the door to just be like, because I love Jesus and he's a big part of me. And all my kids know that I play guitar on Sundays at church and help Melanie lead the high school girls little small group. And so I don't hide it, but I don't like pound it into their head either. I much more want them to see me living it than just me telling over and over and over again. I definitely believe that the work I'm doing is fulfilling God's purpose for my life. I feel like I have a servant's heart, and so just being able to serve these kids and these people and even the parents of my kids, being able to serve them is just been a passion of mine. And then to be able to put that into gymnastics, which is something that I have loved literally my whole life, has just it just makes my heart happy.